It's time for KOVC Sports.
And welcome everyone here to Valley City High School. Jerry Edwards with you all day here on 1490 AM, 96.3 FM, KOVC, online at newsdakota.com and over on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live. Taking a look at our LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Got about 12 minutes before we get set for the opening tip between the Valley City Highliners and the Kindred Vikings. These two teams have split evenly their last four matchups with, well, most of the wins happening by the home team. Valley City beats Kindred in Valley City, and Kindred beats Valley City in Kindred. That's how the last 2 years have gone, but Valley City has been the one to make the state tournament, while Kindred has been on the outside looking in. Now, Valley City, definitely a team that came into this year with expectations, and those expectations, of course, were another trip to not only the state tournament, but perhaps another repeat as state champions. As we begin our Sanford Health pregame show, here for all, here for good, there is a weight that comes with being the top dog, let's say, in a class, in a region, in a tournament. You are not allowed any grace. You are not allowed any failure. Everyone is going to be aware of you, and everyone wants to take you down. Valley City has probably scheduled one of the hardest starts to a season that you probably can. On the road against Devil's Lake, and I don't care what anybody says, traveling 2.5 hours in the snow right 1 week after a volleyball game, or 1 week after your team just completed its volleyball season in the state final, and having to go all that way up and play a team that full court presses you all game, yeah, that's going to wear you down. It's not necessarily the easiest game to play, but you get out of there with a win. And then you get the Barnes County tournament, and, you know, it's home-ish. It's technically a neutral site game at the Bubble, but it's still not your home gymnasium. And going back to the weight of expectations is you handled the business you were supposed to against Northern Cass rather easily, and matter of fact, you might have done it almost too easily to the point where you only really played one real half of basketball, and then in the second you just kind of cruised in to finish things off. And maybe that left you a bit susceptible against Lemoore, and what I mean by that is you start sometimes doing things when you are the number one team, when you are picked to be the best that you didn't do before. Sometimes you just pencil in things as automatic wins, right? And I'm not saying this is what the team did, but I was guilty of it, kind of looking at the Barnes County tournament as a formality of, all right, all Valley City has to do is show up and they win this thing easily. And that wasn't the case. Lemoore showed up, and they are a very good Class B team. They have size. They have experience. They returned 3 double-digit scores. They have size they can roll off the bench. They are a very good Class B team, and it's just kind of one of those games where if Valley City is going to get crept up on, that would have been the game against the Class B team who you didn't really think much of. And Lemoore, I think, proved itself that it was a very solid team, but Valley City did kind of maybe fall in love with the outside shot a little bit. And the one thing Valley City is going to have to do is they're going to have to find offense outside of Katie Burchell, because for as good as that start was against Northern Cass, it was a lot of Katie Burchell inexplicably getting left one-on-one. And she's never going to get one-on-ones maybe the rest of the year. But it's just Valley City is going to have to find offense, and they managed to do that last year, but you're going to need to start being a bit more, I would say, aggressive attacking the basket. That's with the likes of Dakota Potratz, Maddie Freeze, even Sky Nielsen. You need, I would say, more aggressiveness in cutting to the basket. And you face a Kindred team here that only 7 players on the varsity squad, but you would say 2/3 of those players are all-state caliber, and Liza Trenbeth and Sierra Nipstad. Sierra Nipstad's going to play Division I basketball somewhere. She's going to be a heck of a player. Liza Trenbeth also probably going to play at the next level as well. But for Valley City, you know what this Kindred team is. You know they are very talented. You know exactly what they can do. When you go on the type of run Valley City has the past few years where you don't lose a lot of games, you remember exactly who has beat you. We'll talk about this matchup and a little bit more right after this break, so keep it right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit proeyecarecenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC. Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Highliner Activity Center here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC, on 1490 AM and 96.3 FM KOVC, online at newsco.com, and on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live. So for Valley City, this is a moment where now, I'm not going to say you're going to answer a lot of questions, but the gauge of concernedness might start showing up. Again, it's one loss in the middle of a season to a top 5 Class B teams, but once a top team falls and loses unexpectedly, kind of like how South Prairie Max did against Carrington to begin the year, you kind of hem and haw a little bit and you wonder, okay, who's going to be, who's for real and who's not. And South Prairie Max has shown that their loss earlier in the year, I don't want to use the word fluke, but they certainly were capable better, and they've gone out and showed it the past few weeks. Valley City, of course, we know what they are capable of, but it is kind of one of those things. You don't get a get-right game, so to speak. You don't get a Lisbon. You don't get a Wahpeton to get your mind right before you play Kindred. You go into this game after a very disappointing loss against the Lemoore team that you were expected to beat. Now you get another top 5 team in Kindred. You want to talk about, how, I said Valley City could have not probably scheduled a harder start. I mean, you got Devils Lake, who at the time was a top 5 team. You got Lemoore Litchfield Marion, top 5 team in Class B, and now you got Kindred, who's a top 5 team in Class A. So 3 of your first 4 games are going to be against a top 5 team, in their respective class. So it is truly kind of one of those where you're going to look at Valley City. How do they respond after a loss like that to Lemoore? And the one thing you want to see them do, again, like I said, be aggressive. Katie Burchell, what you want to do is give her the ability to play one-on-one by making sure that Kindred has to cover all 5 players. And that comes down to being able to space out the floor. It comes down to being able to, if Katie Burchell gets double, being able to find someone that's cutting or is going to get a wide-open shot because of it. And it does put responsibility on Katie's shoulder as well, is that once she gets doubled, she has to know where the double came from and who to pass to. Against Thompson, Valley City, they played, I would say, the perfect game in that game. A big part of that was their ability to counter what Thompson wanted to do defensively. Every time Katie touched the ball early on against Thompson sent a double team, and it took Valley City 3 minutes and a timeout to figure out how to respond. And that's what they're going to have to eventually figure out is, okay, how are they going to counteract when teams try to take away Katie Birchall? And you've got talented players on this team. You got Dakota Potratz, you got Maddie Freeze, you got Sky Nielsen. You have options that can score outside of number 12. And if you can get one of those players going and draw attention to her, that's going to set up Birchall for those matchups one-on-one. But the one thing you don't want to do is force it. Just because you have an all-state caliber player doesn't mean you need to put the whole weight of the world on her shoulders. Speaking of all-state caliber players, Sierra Nipstad is just that. You want to talk about a game wrecker, 5'11", can shoot, can drive inside, can rebound, can really do it all. And, you know, Kindred has a rich tradition of girls basketball players, and Sierra Nipstad is just another long line in that. A couple years ago, she was a starting caliber player that came off the bench, and a lot of teams, I feel like, really enjoyed that version of Kindred because Sierra Nipstad would come in and, score 8 points in 5 minutes or 8 points in 3 minutes, and then she would just be stapled to the bench for the rest of the game. Well, last year, of course, she moves into the starting lineup, and she averages a state-high 26 points per game. So you're talking about a player that maybe inexplicably got benched a couple years ago when she should have probably been starting versus the player that came out her freshman year and just played phenomenally. And she's going to be probably, I would say, the best player on the floor today. Now, last year, Valley City just had a habit of stapling Katie Coca, whoever the best player was, and essentially try to make their life a little bit more hard. And Valley City's going to have to find out who they're going to put on Sierra Nipstad, because sometimes it doesn't matter with Nipstad. She'll take a contested three, and she'll make it. She'll take a turnaround two off her back foot, she'll make that. So it's just going to have to be, you can't let Nipstad dominate this game. She's going to get her points. She's too talented of a player not to get her points. But you want to make them play inefficiently. You want to, if Nipstad's going to get 20, make sure Trenbeth only gets 10, and then make sure nobody else on Kindred breaks 4 to 5 points. That's going to be the key for Valley City. It's okay if one player, has a solid game, but you can't allow the secondary players to get loose as well. So Valley City is going to get another test here against the Kindred Vikings. These two teams, again, have split their last 4 meetings down the middle, with each team winning at home. And Valley City, certainly a team that is looking to kind of get on the right track after a disappointing end to the Barnes County Tournament. Kindred coming in undefeated. We'll be back here in a little bit with our opening tip here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC, and on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
Save more on what you buy for the holidays at Lever's Foods. All this week, save on Pillsbury Grounds biscuits, cinnamon rolls, or crescent rolls, 2 for $5. Campbell's cream of mushroom or chicken soup, 4 for $5. General Mills cereals, $1.99 with coupon and flyer. Red, yellow, or Idaho russet potatoes, 5-pound bag, 2 for just $4. And Lever's prime rib roast, only $14.99 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy guaranteed and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
And we are back, everyone, at the Highliner Activity Center, getting ready for the opening tip between the Highliners and the Kindred Vikings. Starting lineups for both squads: Liza Trinbeth, Sierra Nipstead, Ivy Trinbeth, Kate Odegaard, and Collins McQuillan. The starting five for the Kindred Vikings. For Valley City, it's Maddie Freeze, Katie Coca, Dakota Potratz, Katie Burchell, and Sky Nielsen. Valley City returning pretty much everyone from that state championship winning team. The thing they got to work on is the bench. Who's going to fill in those roles where? They got a lot of young players with a lot of potential, but Valley City is going to have to try to figure out this rotation of players as the season goes on. Last year they had a pretty, I would say, tight rotation of about 7 players, and going to be similar to what Kindred has. Now, Valley City, they probably have more options to use off the bench, but they got to figure out when and where to use them. Also keep Valley City to avoid the foul trouble early on, especially for Sky Nielsen. Nielsen has kind of found herself in foul trouble a little bit as this season has gone on early in games. So the introductions are done. Referee checking in with everybody, making sure we are good to go. We're pointing at somewhere, and what are we doing? All right. Referee's just looking to the side, and we're good to go. Ball is in the air, and we are underway in Valley City. Now Dakota Potratz gets the ball for the Highliners, so it's a high pass, and Nielsen just bails her out with the high grab. Now over here to Maddie Freeze. Freeze pump fakes, now over to Koka in the corner. Wraparound ball here to Nielsen, throws it to Potratz. Potratz trying to cut inside, gets cut off. Maddie Freeze going to catch and shoot. That's going to be an air ball. Valley City looking to save it. Burchell gets it to Koka. Shot clock does not reset, down to 10 seconds. Potratz going inside, gets cut off. Now trying to pass out. Koka with the ball and almost throws it away. Freeze with it. 2 seconds, 1 second. Hits the front of the rim. Valley City looked very disjointed on that possession, and it'll be Kindred with the ball. Nipstad with it. Shuffles it to the outside. Now over to Liza Trinbeth. Liza Trinbeth working against Dakota Potratz. Cutting inside. Now going to size up for a mid-range 2. No good. Rebound pulled in by Potratz. Scoreless ball game within the first minute here on KOVC. Nielsen, good opportunity from the outside, and she'll knock it down. Sky Nielsen knocks down an opening 3, and Valley City with the early 3-0 lead on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Highliners throwing out a press. Nipstad and Trinbeth going to be very quality guards capable of breaking that press. Now outside corner 3 for the Vikings, and they'll knock it down. 3-pointer for Kate Odegaard. Now the Vikings a little slow getting back. Valley City throws a bad pass, but they get a quality deflection, and Burchell will be fouled from behind, so 2 shots coming up for Valley City. Valley City, I think, ran into Kate Odegaard on the way back. Slow getting back. Valley City didn't throw a great pass, but it got tipped right to Katie Burchell, and a little bit of a late whistle as she was fouled from behind. Foul called on Collins McQuillan. That'll be her first. Foul shot is up and rattles home. Valley City been hot and cold at the stripe this season. Now next shot here for Burchell is going to be up a little short, and the ball gets tipped in, picked up here by the Vikings. Now Nipstad trying to cut up and gets cut off. Now we'll throw a cross-court pass. Round they go to Ivy Trendbeth. Pass inside, stolen away by Katie Burchell. Burchell might try to take this herself, kicks it out to Coca. Coca almost got called for a travel, managed to keep that back foot pinned. Burchell passes out to Nielsen. Nielsen with the pump fake. Now over to Maddie Freeze. Freeze sizes things up, gets cut off. Potratz with the ball, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Now looking for someone to dish to, and that pass tipped. Valley City not throwing a lot of, I would say, emphasis on their passes. Nielsen gets inside for mid-range two, overcooked it. Burchell gets the rebound, got pushed from behind, but no call. And now Nipstad running in transition, and Potratz kind of hip checks her, and the ball goes out of play. It'll be off Valley City. Potratz lucky not to get whistled for the foul there. A little too much body trying to go in for that steal. So 4-3 ball game early on here in the first quarter with Valley City in front. Katie Coca applying the pressure here to Nipstad. Tips that one out of bounds off the inbounds play. Now the Vikings in front, inbounding it in front of the Valley City bench. Nipstad set to inbound the ball here. Looking for Liza Trembeth, and that's where she'll go. Trembeth being guarded by Potratz. 5:45 to go here in the first quarter. Trembeth trying to size things up. Now thought about a step back. Will dish it back out. McQuillans for a three. No good. And Valley City unable to secure the rebound. Maddie Freeze only went up with one hand. Looked like she might have been maybe jostled a little bit. Had a hand maybe got tied up there and couldn't get that second one up, but ends up just palming it out of bounds. So the Vikings get a second possession out of it. Burchell reaches in, nearly steals it from Trembeth. Trembeth being guarded by Potratz. A little motion off top, but now gets a good look using the screen, and she'll knock it down. So Liza Trembeth, long two, puts the Vikings up front for the first time today. Valley City breaks out of the Kindred press. Burchell wide open down low, comes in and puts it in for two. 6-5 the lead for Valley City, and now Sky Nielsen gets her hand in the way and gets the steal. Now pass it back out to Potratz. Potratz nearly lost it. Valley City's got to play composed here. Freeze with the ball. Now it's going to take a dribble. Kind of dribbles right into the double team, and Nipstad easily picks that off. Nipstad, great defender along with the scorer. Takes a bad shot. It goes right to Trembeth. Trembeth's little hook shot, no good. Valley City going to force a tie-up. Arrow will belong to Kindred. Right there for Maddie Anderson, or Maddie Freeze, excuse me. Just kind of pausing there at the top, and Nipstad's playing back. She's not on her. And just that actually when you got someone playing back, that's going to allow them more opportunity to make that steal. So if you're going to make that pass, you got to make that pass and not just lay it in there softly. Nipstad, bad-looking three, but rattles it home, and Kindred's up by two. And Valley City turns it away. Nipstad's all by herself, in for 2 points. When Valley City lost to Kindred in the matchup in Kindred last year, they had a lead going into the fourth quarter, but the fourth quarter was probably one of their worst in terms of turnovers and in terms of shooting percentage. Potratz able to get down the floor and put that one in. So we're tied up. Oh, excuse me. Now it's at 8-10 lead here for the Vikings. Vikings nearly throw it away. Valley City applying a press here. Trembeth not getting around this, and Sam Brandt runs halfway out onto the court to call a timeout. Almost a 10-second call. Valley City's defense doing a good job to force the timeout. We'll be back here after the break here on KOVC.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula. 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
8-10 lead here for the Kindred Vikings on our LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. 4:07 to go in this first quarter. Difference in this game, a quick rapid-fire turnover and score for the Vikings. And when they beat Valley City the second time around last year, it was a fourth quarter that Valley City really would like to forget, where they just turned it over a bunch. Now Valley City sent a double team at Nipstad, and Kindred looks like they're going to have multiple players back. And Trembeth throws a pass that Burchell gets in the way of. Kindred had that press beat, but took too long to get the ball down the floor, and Highliners get a steal. Potratz throws it to Nielsen. Nielsen throws a cross-quarter to Coca. Coca gets it back, lobs it to Potratz. Potratz from the free throw line kicks it to Nielsen. Corner for a three. Nope, they're going to say foot on the line. That's going to be a 2. So we're tied up here at 10. And Valley City gets another steal here with Nielsen. Nielsen having a good start to this game. Maddie Freeze with the ball now. Highliners throw a cross-court pass here to Koka, and now to Nielsen again. Nielsen kicks it to Freeze, wide open, and knocks it down. Maddie Freeze puts the Valley City Highliners up by 3. Now Nielsen getting back on defense, looking to force a turnover. Vikings do a good job breaking it. They'll take a 3 in transition themselves. They don't get it. Nielsen, though, gets a block. No, they call a foul inexplicably. That was all ball, but the referee came in late and whistled the foul. Nielsen did a good job closing out on that one, and well, Nielsen has kind of played with the attitude, I would say, recently of why is it always me? And, right there, that's about as clean of a block as you could get, and the referee whistled her for the foul. Foul shot is up and going to rattle in. So that's going to be McQuillan, first points of the game. 13-11, Valley City in front. Next foul shot up and rattles home again. So 1 point advantage for Valley City with 3:10 to go. Potratz got trapped. Now we'll lob it up ahead here to Maddie Freeze. Freeze gets the ball. Now look for someone to pass to. We'll find Katie Burchell. Burchell trying to slug her way inside but lost the handle on it. Ball on the deck. Freeze has it. About 20 seconds on the shot clock. Now picked up her dribble a little too soon. Throws a cross quarter to Koka. Now inside to Nielsen. Nielsen floats it out to Freeze. Freeze, catch, shoot, and can't get it to go. Burchell gets the rebound and gets it to fall. Katie Burchell with 5. Valley City up by 15-12. But oh my goodness, they call another foul on Nielsen, who had another clean block. And Nielsen immediately is going to check out, and it's just Kindred's breaking the press. It's putting Valley City in an awkward position. And Jimmy Howard kind of letting the ref know that there's been a couple of times where his team's gotten bumped on the other side. It hasn't been called, but Kindred going to go to the stripe here again. Odegaard's going to knock that one down and cut the deficit down to 2. 15-13. Highliners in front. Kindred's been solid from the stripe so far. Next foul shot off the back rim, no good. So Highliners able to get the rebound. Now they just got to break through the press, and Potratz broke through it. A little helter-skeltering. Got hit from behind on a 3, and they call it a 3. Potratz will knock it down. Not the most zany way you'll see a three-pointer get knocked down, breaking a full-court press, getting hit from behind, but still managing to get it to go. Vikings break through the press here, about a second to spare. Nipstad going inside. Kaylee Nielsen cuts her off, and they call a jump ball. The ball was in Valley City's hand. I know the arrow favors them, but the ball's in Valley City's hands. Like, there was no contact whatsoever for a jump ball, and look, I don't know, man. Just Kinsley Glant now into the game. Glant able to run down the side, gets bumped, but throws it away, and she's got to know better than that. That's exactly where Kindred wants you to go in that press. Trap yourself on the side, and that's exactly what happened. Referees aren't calling fouls the other way, so you got to know that. Valley City able to pick that one off. There's a pass up ahead here to Potratz. Potratz going. Trenbeth mugs her, and a call, and now Valley City going to give almost the Bronx cheer here to the officials on that one. A couple of the fans in attendance. So now Potratz going to the stripe. Potratz 5 points early on here. Good start for Valley City. Mini 52 to go here in the first quarter. Foul shot is up and in. High arcing foul shot finds the bottom of the net. 19-13, Valley City in front. Largest lead of the game here for the Highliners. Foul shot is up again. High arcing one, looks short, just grazes the front of the rim, and Kindred going to pick up the rebound. Now Liza Trenbeth motoring through everyone. Kinsley Glant gets in her way and does enough to force a miss, but Valley City leaves a rebound begging, and the ball still being fought for, and it gets poked out. Burchell eventually gets it. Potratz being picked up here full court by Nipstad. Now up ahead here to Kaylee Nielsen. Nielsen into Potratz. Potratz trying to barge her way inside. Finds Koka. Long range 2 coming up, and she knocks it down. Valley City in front, 21-13. Now Kindred inbounding the ball here. A little back and forth here to get it to Nipstad. Trenbeth broke free. Valley City's got to do a better job containing her on the run out. That's just too easy for Liza Trenbeth. 21-15, minute to go here in this first quarter. Highliners got to close out this quarter strong. Potratz, that's it here to Glant. Glant over to Freeze. Freeze, catch, shoot. That's too much sauce on that one. Now the Vikings so good at closing out quarters and stealing quarters away. Nipstad for an open 3, and she knocks it down. And that's what I'm talking about, is that they're so good at closing it out because of the talent they have. Kindred hasn't necessarily played very well in this quarter, but one more possession and one more good defensive possession, they could easily be tied going into the second quarter. Valley City's got to do a better job running their offense. Koka gets trapped again. Back here to Glant. A lot of two-man basketball going on. Potratz with it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it to Burchell. Burchell out here for Koka. Koka foot on the line for a two. No good. Long rebound pulled down by Potratz. Valley City can hold for the final shot if they want. 15 seconds to go. But Glant has her pocket picked, and that's just going to give a wide open runway here to Nipstad, and she puts it in. And Valley City's going to take a timeout here with 7.7 seconds, and that's what you're talking about. It goes from 8 to 2. It goes from an 8-point lead to a 1-point lead in the blink of an eye because of a poor couple offensive possessions. And if you're just Kinsley Glant in that situation, you want to stay as far away from Nipstad as you can. And Jimmy Howard kind of letting his team hear it right now. And you can't really blame him. He saw his team played about as good as they possibly could for, for what you would say 7 minutes, 7 minutes in this game, played about as good as they could over Kindred. Up by 7 with a minute to go, and now all of a sudden you just allow Kindred to get themselves back into this game because of just sloppy execution. And now if you're Kindred, you got to expect they're going to throw out the press on Valley City. However, it does look like they're going to let Valley City bring this one up. So 5 seconds to go. Glant being guarded by Nipstad. A little crossover, looking for someone to pass to. Finds Suffolk. Suffolk into Burchell, and you just like to see Suffolk take that shot there. She had enough space, threw it into Burchell, wasted too much time. Valley City will take a 21-20 lead into the break, but overall it's just a disappointing end to that quarter for Valley City. Back after this break on KOVC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
Save more on what you buy for the holidays at Lever's Foods. All this week, save on Pillsbury Grounds biscuits, cinnamon rolls, or crescent rolls, 2 for $5. Campbell's cream of mushroom or chicken soup, 4 for $5. General Mills cereals, $1.99 with coupon and flyer. Red, yellow, or Idaho russet potatoes, 5-pound bag, 2 for just $4. And Lever's prime rib roast, only $14.99 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
It'll be Kindred to start out with the ball. 8 minutes put up on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Valley City leads 21-20 as we begin our second quarter. But like I said before, it's just a disappointing way to end that corner for Valley City. Not up by double digits and so, but very well up to have a comfortable lead going into second quarter. And just a couple turnovers, some runouts, and Kindred is able to get their way back in this game. So 21-20 as we get underway here. Nipstad with the ball guarded by Suffolk. They'll give this over to McQuillan. Now we're to Liza Trenbeth. And that's going to be too much of a reach in there by Kinsley Glant. Glant, probably the point guard of the future for this Valley City team. Got to be a little bit better at shot creation and almost like the rest of her teammates, a little bit better at not fouling. And Nipstad charges in, doesn't get the shot, and tries to get her own miss, and it'll be out of bounds off Valley City. So second time today, Valley City looked like they had Kindred stopped, only to give up the possession off, unable to firmly secure that offensive rebound. Shot clock resets to 35. This will be floated up top here to Liza Trenbeth. Trenbeth going inside against Potratz, and ripped three by Kaylee Nielsen. It'll be another jump ball where the whistle gets blown as soon as Valley City had the ball in their possession. So Valley City has had a couple of blocks that don't get recorded as blocks because of the jump ball. So now Kinsley Glant with it. This is going to be a tough assignment for the youngster. Oh, she finds Suffolk inside, and Suffolk does a good job to help her young teammate out there, cutting in, giving her a nice angle to throw into. Valley City hitting the deck, can't get it. Kindred's got numbers back. They're shooting the tie with the three, and they knock it down. Valley City at some point, they've got to whistle off this press. It's costing them too many points. Potratz with the ball. Now over to Suffolk. Suffolk throws it away. They're aiming for Potratz, and now Kindred running down the other way. 2 points coming up, and Nipstad finishes at the 10. For Valley City, again, like I'm saying, this press is costing you too many points. I think you've maybe gotten what you could kind of generously say 4 points off the press, and it's cost you probably 8 just in terms of runouts and late getbacks. Pass over here to Potratz. She takes a in-rhythm 3 and knocks it down. Potratz puts Valley City back in front, 26-25, 6:35 left to go here in the quarter. Valley City again late getting back, and Kindred, it's just layup lines right now. It's just not a good press right now for Valley City. They've got nobody back. It's constantly outnumbered basketball, and Kindred's too good of a team to have them play with the man advantage every time down the floor. Suffolk bounces this one over to Kaylee Nielsen in the corner for a 3. Off the mark, no good. Valley City trying to steer the rebound, poked out from behind, and it'll belong to the Highliners. Sky Nielsen coming in along with Maddie Freeze. Burchell checks out. Potratz checking out too. So Kinsley Glant set to inbound this for the Highliners. Glant going to rocket this in the corner. Pass got tipped. Good job by Maddie Freeze just to pull her hands back, realizing that the pass got tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Kindred's not going to be in a position to get it, and just prevent yourself from getting boxed in a corner there. Now Valley City gets this one to Sky Nielsen. Nielsen thought about the 3. Now kick it over to Kinley Suffolk. Suffolk back here to Freeze. Now over to Kinsley Glant. Glant now over to Maddie Freeze for a deep 3 off the side. No good. Kaylee Nielsen with the board. Maddie Freeze gets it back. Now back over to Kaylee Nielsen. Nielsen back here to Freeze. Freeze posturing around back to Kaylee Nielsen for another 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebound being fought for. Kindred's got the ball and has the advantage. 3-on-2 going the other way. Catch, shoot for the lead. No good. Rebound pulled down here by the Highliners. Ball floated up here to Sky Nielsen. Nielsen over to Kinley Suffolk. She'll take the long 2 and knocks it down. So Kinley Suffolk doing a good job off the bench. 4 points in the quarter here for the Highliners. Now Kindred has that one swatted back, but they get the ball back on the tip. Now outside here for another 3. Off the back rim, no good. Kaylee Nielsen runs it down. Nielsen will float this pass over to Kinsley Glant. Glant in possession of the ball. Will fire it over to Freeze. Freeze now back over here to Glant. Glant being pressured now. 5 seconds on the clock. Ball gets tipped, and Suffolk just lets it go. So 4:58 to go here in the quarter. Highliners with that 28-27 lead. Suffolk, very experienced player for Valley City. In the rotation for the last 3 years. Can definitely shoot it. Got to be a little careful in situations like this. Now there's a scramble breaking out. Highliners looking to force a tie-up, and they will, but the arrow belongs back to Kindred. What I was talking about there is got to be better in situations like this. She's a good shooter, not necessarily the ball handler, which is why I think Kinsley Glant's going to take most of the point guard minutes off the bench for Valley City this year, with Suffolk moving into more of a shooting guard role. But kind of gets herself trapped in the corner and doesn't really know how to get out of there. And now Valley City up by 1, and Kindred once again breaks through the press. Easy basket inside, and the Highliners will actually prevent the bucket with a foul. But, I mean, the press has cost Valley City so many points in this game just off not getting back in time. You don't know whether it's personnel. You don't know whether it's, not being in basketball shape. Either way, eventually you're going to have to make the adjustment. Just too many points being given up off the fast break. Foul shot for Trenbeth is up and in. Trenbeth with 5, but she's been very active on the floor today. Katie Burchell checks back in to replace Kaylee Nielsen. So it's Kinsley Glant, Maddie Freeze, Kinley Suffolk, Katie Burchell, and Sky Nielsen. And now a discussion going on here with Liza Trenbeth, a cut perhaps on her arm. And the head coach, Sam Brand, is going to tape that one up. Thing is, that is on her shooting hand, or shooting arm, I should say, and that is right on the kind of crook of the elbow. So you're wondering whether or not that could affect her shot-making ability. Foul shot is up, and it is off the back rim. No good. Valley City scrambling to get to it, and they'll do so. Nearly thrown away by Glant. Nielsen with the ball. Backs up, throws it over to Maddie Freeze. Freeze, good job catching and realizing the hole. Had a lane to cut inside and pulled it back. 28-28 tie. Freeze, catch shoot in the corner. No good. Nielsen fighting for the rebound, gets it, goes up, walloped, no call, gets her own miss, still being hit from behind. No call. Kindred gets it back, and now Kinsley Glant able to force a jump ball. I mean, Sky Nielsen's just getting walloped in there. I mean, you can count the bruises on her arms, and that's what Jimmy Howard's telling the refs right now. Is every time she goes up, there's 3 arms across hers, and it's just not been Nielsen's night to get to the stripes, so to speak. Freeze gets it here, tied up 28-28, 4:10 to go in the quarter. Now Kinsley Glant gets cut off, throws it to Suffolk. Suffolk passes back out here to Maddie Freeze. Freeze rifles it over to Sky Nielsen. Nielsen, just an ill-advised pass. You got to know who's out there on the floor. And Kinley Suffolk, probably your shortest player on the team. You threw a pass that really only someone like Katie Koka or Katie Burchell could get to. And it just comes down to knowing who's on the other side of a cross-court pass. Valley City again dials up the pressure, but it's 3-on-1 going the other way. Kindred, though, late getting the ball back, and Valley City gets the steal. Now Potrats fires it over to Koka on the wing. Now inside to Burchell. Good look for her. Finishes and one. Valley City using the Kindred Vikings aggressiveness against them. They threw out a press, and Valley City broke the press, and they realized that Katie Burchell, if she's going to get those one-on-one matchups, it's probably going to be in transition. She's able to finish there. Now trying to finish the back part of this and one. Foul shot is up and rattles out, so foul shooting woes continue here for Valley City. Now ball getting brought up here by Liza Trenbeth. She gets doubled, tipped away. Nipstad with it, being guarded by Koka. 3.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Highliners up by 2. Pass inside, stolen away by Burchell. Burchell going to get sandwiched here by Trenbeth and Nipstad. Potrats had it for a minute, didn't take the shot. Now pass here to Maddie Freeze. Oh, she doesn't take the wide open 3. Inside pass here to Koka. Koka has it swatted away, and Valley City just passed themselves out of 2 points right there, or out of at least a good 3-point attempt. Just pass. Eventually you're open. You got to take the shot. 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Ball on the deck, being kicked around, and it's going to belong to Valley City. Situations like that, if your players, especially your shooters, get those open looks, you got to be willing to shoot the 3. 30-28, Maddie Freeze gets the ball. Kindred throwing a bit of a half-hearted press, and Trenbeth wallops Maddie Freeze from behind. No call, goes in, misses the layup. Nipstad gets it back. Her shot gets blocked, and now Kindred scrambling, able to get to it. Now Liza Trenbeth being guarded here by Maddie Freeze. 2:40 to go, shot clock at 25 seconds. Trenbeth trying to move around, use the screen to get a little free. No good. Long rebound goes to Nipstad. Nipstad turnaround shot, and the referee's all over that. We'll call it a foul. Got to do a better job securing those defensive rebounds if you're Valley City. So Nipstad, the only thing you can hope for is that playing pretty much all game, which you know she's going to, that she's eventually going to run out of gas. But Nipstad has a heck of a gas tank, and she's having a heck of a first half so far. 30-29. That's why I'm saying you got to be able to get back on defense, because these runouts make it really easy for the secondary players for Kindred to get going. It's like, as I said, Nipstad's going to get her points in the half court. She's just that good, but these transition points you're giving up has really been the killer. Ball thrown here to Potrats as Valley City tries to break the press. Burchell going inside through the contact. Gets hit. Does not matter. And one. Burchell with another basket. That's going to be Kate Odegaard, her first. Team second on Kindred. It's been a physical game between these two sides. Not a lot of foul called either way. Burchell's foul shot is up and in. That's probably one of the best looking foul shots she's had this year. So Valley City up by 3. Long pass here in transition for the Vikings. They're going to take a step back 3. No good. Glant with the rebound and gets it to Nielsen. Valley City might have some numbers. Potrats shrugs off a bit of contact. Might try to go all the way herself, but now pulls it back. Gets herself trapped into a corner. Able to pass out here to Nielsen. Now over to Koka. Koka for a long 2. No good. Burchell swarms in, gets the rebound. Back to Potrats. Pass here to Potrats. Dakota Potrats down the baseline she goes. Katie Koka, hard pass, and that'll be out of bounds on Valley City. for Potratz, she's driving down the baseline there. What you want to see is she gets herself in good position. Once you get to the corner of the backboard, down the baseline, hard dribble, ball in both hands, and then go up for the shot. That's where Valley City is going to be at their best, is in close, and you're kind of dribbling for the sake of dribbling. Got to dribble with the purpose and not just hoping to get to a destination. Airball 3 by Liza Trenbeth. Rushed up a shot there. Ball now pushed up ahead here to Kaylee Nielsen, and just bad pass in transition, and you got to have your seniors know better than that. And Valley City's just talking about, didn't close out the first quarter that well, and now the second quarter, you got to be able to close this out well. Minute 25 to go. Valley City gets a steal, and Coca has it tipped away again. Valley City's just haphazard and careless right now with their passing here, and they got to be able to tighten it up. They're just looking for a white jersey and throwing it without really assessing what's around them. Kinsley Glant going to float this one up to Potratz. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Bounce it over here to Glant. Glant floats it in to Burchell, and that'll be poked out of bounds. Not a bad idea. If it has a bit more steam, it probably gets there in time, and Burchell's got a good look at the two. But, again, Valley City, they got to put more steam on the passes right now. They're floating pretty much everything, which is allowing a really lengthy Kindred team to pick everything off. Kaylee Nielsen inside. Wallupton, she'll get 2 shots. So Valley City an opportunity at the stripe here again. That'll be the second foul on Liza Trenbeth. So 33-30. Nielsen spins the ball in her hands. Foul shot is up and off the back rim and no good. It's been the polite way to say it has been an adventure at the stripe this year for Valley City. In more layman's terms, it's been a bit messy. Foul shot is up, and that's in for 2, or in for 1, to give Valley City a 2-possession lead. Now the Highliners throwing out a press, but they leave a marker unattended. Valley City getting back. It's 1-on-3. Highliners force about as bad of a shot as you could hope for, being outnumbered that much. But once again, just 2 more points in transition for Kindred. And Valley City, they're just not getting back on the press, and now it gets poked out of bounds by Kindred. That was just about as lost as you could get. Valley City lost getting back on defense, lost on the inbounds pass. Fortunately for them, it's tipped out of bounds, so the clock resets on trying to get the ball over the court, but they just didn't really go anywhere. They inbounded the ball and then just stood there. So Kinsley Glant with it, gets off the side. Now lob in here to Burchell. Burchell picks up her dribble, finds Potratz. Potratz slides by everyone and up and in for 2. Good job by Potratz following up the play. Now Valley City got to get back on defense again. Oh, it's poked away. Valley City pokes it away with Burchell. Burchell might try to go all the way herself inside. No good. Coca gets the board. Coca passes out to Glant for a 3, and she knocks it down. Kinsley Glant with a timely 3. Valley City up 39-32, and now it's the Highliners controlling the last minute of this game. Trenbeth in transition. No good. Rebound by Burchell. Valley City looking to hold things up here and hold for the final shot. Glant, nearly makes a mistake. Trenbeth poked it out. One thing you like about Kinsley Glant is that she's got confidence for a youngster in her ability to go out there and play against a pairing as good as Nipstad and Trenbeth. It's about kind of putting together the kind of veteran know-how. And Burchell gets shoved from behind. No call. Not shocked. Trenbeth bringing it up. Kindred's got to get off a half-court chuck at the horn. And, oh, no, they're going to wave it off. Traveling called on Kindred. Traveling is called on Kindred. So now with maybe about a second left, Valley City might get another crack at it here. So are we just going to the locker room here? If you whistle traveling, then they're just going to go to the end of the half now. Valley City, you'll take the results right there. 39-32, did a good job controlling the last, minute of that quarter. Now it's all about can you put it together in the second half. We'll be back here after this break here on KOVC.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC. Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Valley City leading at the half, 39-32 on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So Valley City has done a good job of breaking through the Kindred press, and actually that press for Valley City actually started to pay off some dividends there at the end as Kindred just threw it away a couple of times. And Valley City knows that if they play in the half court, Katie Birchall is unlikely to get a lot of one-on-one looks, and even one-on-two looks against smaller opposition. You feel like that she's going to win those most of the time. But it's in transition, really, where Valley City has kind of made some of those gains for Katie Birchall. And right now, her and Dakota Potratz having a good start, both with 11 points. Valley City's got plenty of other players chipping in. Kinsley Glant with 3, Maddie Freeze with 3, Coca with 2, Kinley Suffolk 4, and Sky Nielsen with 5. Good news for Nielsen is that she managed to avoid that 5th foul. So she's almost out of foul trouble jail. You'd like her to get through this quarter with not committing another foul. But if you look at for Kindred, it's kind of been Eliza Trenbeth with 5, Kate Odegaard with 9. She's knocked down a couple of threes. McQuillan with 3. And Sierra Nipstead has done her job today. She's got 15 points. But again, if you're Valley City, you're willing to let, I would say, if Sierra Nipstead beats you in the half court, that's fine. All right, you can handle if you lose to Kindred because Sierra Nipstead just goes crazy in the half court and they just beat you at your own game. That's fine. The last thing you want to allow, though, is for Liza Trenbeth, Kate Odegaard to get a whole bunch of easy baskets in transition because your press isn't getting back. And that's kind of been the issue at times with Valley City, has been that press not getting back in time. If you're looking at this for Valley City, you would say that I would say the reason why this game is what it is because of the last minute of each game. Valley City had a very bad ending to the first quarter where they took a 7-point lead, made it a 1-point lead, And then you get to the last minute of the second quarter, it's a 1-point lead that balloons into a 7-point lead. So overall, everything kind of equals itself out. And if you're Valley City, you're feeling kind of confident going like knowing that we've put ourselves in position, in the quarter at 1 point to be up by 5-7, outscoring Kindred by 5-7 in a quarter. And that's really what you want if you're Valley City. You're not going to just steamroll Kindred in a quarter where you outscore them like 25-10. You're not going to have those type of quarters against Kindred. But you can have good quarters. You can have like an 18-12 quarter, which is what they just had. You can, for Valley City, what you want them to do is you want them to play this game at their pace. Kindred's going to try to get up and down on you, and you got to be able to handle that. But if you slow this game down and just turn it into a grind, I feel like that's what works out for Valley City, and that just comes down to making the heads-up pass. So it's, dribbling with a purpose, as I like to say. You just don't want to dribble straight ahead and not be worrying about what comes. You want to dribble to a spot and then know exactly what you're going to do. If they're coming up on you to play, you got to know where your teammate is going to be to dish off to. If they lay off of you, you want to size things up and determine it. Do you want to take a mid-range shot? Do you want to take a three? Or do you just want to hold up and wait for the offense to set up? And that's what it's going to come down to, is that this team is going to challenge you in terms of your decision-making. And in the last minute of that second quarter, Valley City did a good job at their decision-making while they have a 7-point lead. We'll be back in about 2.5 minutes with the start of the third quarter here on KOVC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
Save more on what you buy for the holidays at Lever's Foods. All this week, save on Pillsbury Grounds biscuits, cinnamon rolls, or crescent rolls, 2 for $5. Campbell's cream of mushroom or chicken soup, 4 for $5. General Mills cereals, $1.99 with coupon and flyer. Red, yellow, or Idaho russet potatoes, 5-pound bag, 2 for just $4. And Lever's prime rib roast, only $14.99 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Again, set to begin our third quarter play. It's a 39-32 lead for the Valley City Highliners over the Kindred Vikings as we get set to begin our third quarter. Leading scores for the Highliners, Dakota Potrats and Katie Burchill, both with 11 points. 4 different players have scored for Kindred. For Valley City, it has been a bit more spread out with 7 different players, recording a tally for the Highliners. And the bench might actually be what turns out to be the difference in this game. Valley City is going to be able to rotate fresher players in. Kindred, you wonder if those legs are going to start getting heavier as this game goes on. It starts out with the ball here, and we're back underway. Liza Trenbeth bringing it up, working against Potrats. Trenbeth backing up and now got left all by herself. Deep three and knocks it down. That's just bad defense by Katie Burchell. I understand she's a good, distance behind the line, but you just left her all by herself. I mean, that is just a shooting drill almost at that point. Potrat's able to corral a high pass, looking for someone to pass to. Pivots around, finds Freeze. Now over to Coca in the corner. Now back over to Freeze. Freeze, good look inside for Nielsen. Nielsen going to turn around for a two and knocks it down. Nielsen, good looking basket there for Valley City, 41-35. Long pass out of bounds, and it'll belong to Valley City. So Valley City gets a gift of an unforced error by Kindred. Maddie Freeze dribbles, throws it to Coca in the corner. Coca now back to Freeze, and Freeze just predetermined where she was going with that ball, and an easy steal there for Kindred, but they missed the shot. Good collapse on defense. Now Potratz picks up a loose ball, and the Highliners are going the other way. Potratz all by herself, thought about the foul line jumper, got hit on the arm on the pass. No call. Valley City gets the ball back. Over to Sky Nielsen. Her pass tipped. Ball over to Coca for a long two, and she knocks it down. So Katie Coca, a couple nice-looking long twos. Valley City up by 8. Applying pressure here to Liza Trembeth. Trembeth going to stop and pop from the free throw line, and she's 2 for 2 to start out. Valley City has just given her way too much space on those two shots. Potratz gives it over here to Freeze. Freeze, little hesitation, goes inside. Coca, Maddie Freeze right there, just again driving with no really idea of what the secondary action was going to be. Had a gap to drive into, but she got there. Once she got picked up, she just fired a wild hook pass that Kindred easily intercepted. Trenbeth gets picked up and stolen by Potratz. Loses the handle for a bit. Now slow things down. Looking here for Coca. Coca now back to Potratz. Valley City looking for some angle of attack. And now they find a wide open Maddie Freeze, and Freeze able to lead in and get that for 2. So what you want to see Maddie Freeze do a little bit more, which is attack. Pass here for Kindred. Valley City gets back to force a tough shot, and Sky Nielsen comes up with the rebound. Now Kindred trying to pester Valley City up the floor. Potratz has it poked away from behind. Nielsen gets it back to Potratz. Inside to Burchell. Burchell rattles that one home. And a timeout called here by Kindred. 5:37 to go in the third quarter. Highliners up by 10. Back here after the break on KOVC.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
47-37, Valley City getting the better early on here of Kindred in this quarter, but for Valley City, you got to keep that foot down on the gas pedal. If you let up at any moment, Kindred is going to take advantage of it. Valley City's transition defense has been both slow and fast at the same time. It's slow on the initial get back, but fast on the collapse to force the tough shots. Now Kindred able to get through. They got the numbers, about 4-on-2. Trenbeth goes in, a little pop hook, no good. Rebound by Burchell. Burchell floats it up ahead to Coca. Coca back here to Burchell. She's cutting down the middle. Hit on the way up for 2 shots. Valley City, they're taking away the interior, and they're almost daring Kindred to shoot those quick transition threes. With Nipstad being the one that's kind of the trailer, you would say, it's kind of working out for Valley City, as she's not been the primary option on those fast breaks. Burchell knocks down the foul shot. 48-37. Next foul shot for Valley City is up and in, so a 2-for-2 trip for Katie Burchell. Highliners in front by 12. Valley City throwing up another press, and this time Kindred able to break it. Oh, almost a travel. Valley City fans wanted that one, but Kindred going to get it here with Trenbeth. Trenbeth sizing around here, trying to back her way in against Coca. Valley City does a good job forcing a tie up, and the arrow will favor them. What Potratz is doing, she's doing a good job just sticking the hand out there. She's not coming down. If you just stick the hand out there and she dribbles into you and you tip it, less likely to get a reach-in call if you just kind of come down on the hand. That's how you can pick up those reach-in fouls, but kind of Coca just doing a good job of being in the way. Burchell inside, triple teamed, and she gets hit on the way up. And Burchell caught it, and she knew the pressure was coming, so she just immediately went up and got a quick foul call, and that's going to be on Ivy Trenbeth. That'll be her first, second team foul on Kindred. So 2 more shots coming up here for Katie Burchell. Spins it in her hand and puts it up, and that's a good-looking foul shot. Valley City at 50 points. 50-37, Valley City trying to pull away here, and that's another good-looking 2-for-2 performance for Katie Burchell at the stripe. 51-37, Valley City. Now another trap gets pulled in. Valley City applying a lot of pressure. Trenbeth dribbles out of the first wave. Only a couple of seconds to get it across. I don't think she got there, and they do call 10 seconds. Oh, that was right on the beat of 10. But Valley City able to force that 10-second call. Coca is going to flare out wide, but they're going to go to Nielsen. Nielsen setting up Burchell. Burchell, good look inside, and Kindred starting to play off Katie Burchell, and Katie Burchell is just going like, you do know who I am, right? So Valley City up 53-37, and that'll be a foul by Katie Burchell, as I believe that's Kate Odegaard going to the stripe here for 2 shots. 4.5 to go here in the quarter. Now it's going to be Kate Odegaard to the stripe here, 1 of 2 so far. Foul shot is up and in. That gives Odegaard 10 points. 53-38. Next foul shot here for Odegaard is up and rattles it home. So a 2-for-2 trip for Kate Odegaard. Vikings within 14. Potratz a little relaxed bringing it up. Gives it to Glant, now back to Potratz. Potratz gets sworn, passes it back out to Glant. Glant over to Suffolk in the corner. Flares it back up top here to Potratz. Potratz had to deal with a swarm double team. Now we're to Kinley Suffolk in the corner for a 3. That's short. Goes right to Kinsley Glant. Oh, but she misses the bunny. Burchell gets it. Got fouled on the way up, and it's a late whistle. Burchell definitely got hit on the way up. I don't want to say the referee was waiting to see whether or not the shot went in, but he was almost waiting to see if anybody else was going to call it. I think it's the best way to put that. Burchell's foul shot is up and in. Second foul now on Ivy Trenbeth. Burchell starting to take over here in this third quarter. Foul shot is up and in, so she's 2 for 2. So you get down to 4:03 to go here in the quarter. Valley City up by 16. Nipstad able to shake free. Will throw a pass in the corner, but it goes right through the hands of the intended target. 3:55 to go here. Nipstad has been held without a basket for the quarter, and I don't know if she's really got an attempt off yet. Potratz throws it here to Nielsen. Sky Nielsen just tiptoes and prevents a turnover. Fires a pass here to Kinsley Glant. Glant into Sky Nielsen. Nielsen has the angle and puts it up and in. And Nielsen does a good job of playing team basketball, giving her teammate an opportunity. Potratz gets a steal, fires a pass into Glant. Glant going to pass things out here to Nielsen. Over to Kinley Suffolk. Wide open for a 3. No good. Rebound. Burchell runs it down, getting pressed in the corner here. And Jimmy Howard, does he get a timeout off? Yes, he does. So 30-second timeout from Jimmy Howard. 57-39 Valley City. Back after the break on KOVC.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
57-39 Valley City in front over Kindred. And Kindred is just, it's not that the weird thing I can say is that Kindred just hasn't gotten a lot of shots off in this one, or what you would consider A-grade chances. They've been a little slow getting back on the break, and they're not just as quick as they were before. And again, the limited bench they have look like it's starting to pay some, dividends here for the Highliners. Kinley Suffolk with the ball. Now dribbles it off her foot, gets it back. Will get it back to Potrads. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Gets bumped, looking for her to pass out. Gives it to Suffolk inside to Burchell. Burchell hit on the way up. And again, another late foul call. I mean, I'm not saying they're wrong, but these have been a little late. And Sam Brandt, you can understand her frustration. They're actually going to call a foul on the deck this time. So it must have been something I didn't see. That's a bad pass from Kinsley Glant. Nielsen, though, able to fight to get the ball back. She'll get hit on the way up. Now, Glant's trying to throw a cut pass there, I believe, to Burchell, but too much traffic in the way. But Nielsen does a good job of sticking with it. And that's the one thing you want to see from Nielsen is that high motor. Like, again, she's can be a very versatile player, and you want to see her do more than just kind of be the other forward out there for Valley City. 58-39. Kindred going to make some substitutions here. So Nielsen at the stripe here to make it a 20-point game. Well, shot is up and in. Looked to be a little short out of the hand, but got it to go. Valley City gets a steal. Potrats with it. Suffolk misses the layup. Now Glenn will back it out over to Nielsen. Nielsen, had a three and pump faked and allowed Kindred to get a turnover, and that's going to be a walk. And it's going to be a carry, but it could have been a carry, could have been a walk, dealer's choice. And Nielsen kind of had one of those moments where you actually like what she did in not taking kind of what we call a heat check three, which is kind of, when you're in rhythm, fire it up, even if it doesn't make much tactical sense. You like what she did by turning it down, just kind of maybe rush the procedure a little bit. Suffolk with it. Will float it back up to Glant. 2:45 to go in the quarter. Coca, it will just to get to a high pass. Now Kaylee Nielsen fires it to Glant. Glant to Suffolk in the corner. Good look at a three off the front rim. Suffolk sticks with it, gets it back. Going up for the layup and gets it to fall. 61-39. Valley City putting it on the Kindred Vikings right now. Liza Trenbeth bringing up the ball. Will float it. Burchell might have tipped it. Vikings looking to throw a pass inside. Good job by Suffolk just to knock that one away. What a quarter this has been for Valley City, as they have just put a hurting on Kindred in this frame. Now a little discussion here, as again Kindred might have been making another kind of substitution. Liza Trenbeth floats it to Nipstad. Nipstad lost it. Trenbeth gets it back in the corner, guarded by Coca. Trenbeth goes inside. Tough-looking shot off the back rim. No good. Burchell with the rebound. Floats it over to Glant. Glant bringing it up here for the Highliners. Glant going to give it over to Kaylee Nielsen. Now back to Glant. Glant takes a dribble. Now gives it over to Coca. Coca over to Suffolk. Corner three again. She's getting the looks, just leaving them a bit short-changed, and Trenbeth's going to get a run out here. Kaylee Nielsen goes up and can't stop Trenbeth from putting it in. Kind of almost one of those, you just want to give her that one. You kind of got beat. The rebound didn't go your way. Last thing you want to do is allow another point to get put on the board when you don't have to. Valley City speeding themselves up a little bit, and that one Valley City thought might have been tipped. Suffolk kind of pulled her hands back, and here we go, minute 30, and in a quarter where you've had such a great start to Valley City, you really just want to see them shrink this to like a 3-possession quarter in terms of just taking the air out of the balloon or the air out of the building, whatever they say. Liza Trenbeth with the ball. Valley City got too aggressive looking for a steal. Now Sierra Nipstad coming up. Thought about a three. Now she'll peel it back for a three in the corner. No good. Ball gets tipped out of bounds, and they're going to give it back to Kindred. Shot clock did not reset. It's still at 21 seconds. I believe that did hit rim. So if you're Valley City, and the referees immediately see what I saw and will reset the shot clock here. Liza Trimbeck with the ball. She's been the only offense really for Kindred in this quarter. She goes inside, blocked from behind, but it goes right to Nipstad, and Nipstad will finish. So an unfortunate bounce right there puts Kindred back within 20, but now that pass tipped by, they're going to say it wasn't tipped by Nipstad. But for Valley City, this is just where it's like you have the quarter in hand. Just slow it down, play smart, and just limit this thing to as few possessions as you can. But it's almost like when you've had a good quarter such as this, you want to keep going, but sometimes you got to know when to peel back. Liza Trenbeth for a three, leaves it a bit short, and Nielsen comes in for the aggressive rebound. Will fire a pass here over to Freeze. Freeze to Kaylee Nielsen. Nielsen going inside. Can't get it to go. Ball into the air. Kaylee Nielsen back with it. Bounce pass here to Sky Nielsen. Kinsley Glant going inside. Now the pass to Freeze. Freeze trying to throw a pass. It got kicked. So 35.8 seconds, 26 on the shot clock. Your Valley City, you just kind of want to run as much clock as you can, and unless you're staring right at the basket from 2 feet in with nobody around you, you just want to kind of hold the ball here. Now over here to Freeze. Freeze gives it back to Glant in the corner. Glant, a good-looking jab step, and she'll draw a reach-in foul, and that's going to be a 5th foul on Kindred, so 2 shots coming up here for the Highliners. So now we get the 2nd foul here on Peterson. Foul shot for Glant is up and off the back rim, no good. Glant dipping down really low for that foul shot. And foul shots are kind of like golf swings. They all look different, but it's the mechanics and the repeatability that matter. Next foul shot is up and off the back rim, no good. And Kindred going to come out with the rebound. Now Valley City still throwing up a press. Long outlet pass, and Liza Trenbeth somehow comes out of the crowd with it. Spins inside. Good pass. Blocked by Sky Nielsen. Sky Nielsen with an authoritative block, and he'll keep the deficit at 18. Well, I believe it's going to be Peterson with the inbounds here. Going to float it out here to Trenbeth in the corner. Nipstad had a bit of room. Freeze did a good job closing out on her. Valley City sending it a double her way. Now here on the outside for the Vikings. Oh, bad pass. Nearly throw it away. 10 seconds to go. Valley City tried to go for the steal. Now they're throwing a double team at Nipstad. Koka got a hand in there, hounding Trenbeth. And now the shot going to have to come here. They throw it at the rim. No good. Great defensive possession there for Valley City, and they'll take a 61-43 lead into the 4th quarter. Back after the break on KOVC.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula. 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
Save more on what you buy for the holidays at Lever's Foods. All this week, save on Pillsbury Grounds biscuits, cinnamon rolls, or crescent rolls, 2 for $5. Campbell's cream of mushroom or chicken soup, 4 for $5. General Mills cereals, $1.99 with coupon and flyer. Red, yellow, or Idaho russet potatoes, 5-pound bag, 2 for just $4. And Lever's prime rib roast, only $14.99 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals?
Valley City outscored Kindred in that quarter 22-11 on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. And really for Kindred, I think it was just like the lack of quality shots. Now they got a couple there late, but really there wasn't a whole lot. They didn't get a lot of transition baskets, and without those transition baskets, their offense is kind of dried up here. So Kindred will start with the ball here for the 3rd consecutive quarter. What surprised me in that quarter was Nipstad's pretty much inactivity. She didn't really get a lot of shots, if really any, off. It was more Liza Trenbeth. Now, if your Valley City is just about, playing suffocating defense and not allowing Nipstad really to get loose. Corner three coming up for the Vikings. No good. They get their own miss. They'll pack this one back out to Trenbeth. Now over to Nipstad, being guarded here by Freeze. Freeze does a good job cutting her off. Kindred turns down to three, going inside. Now they're passing around, trying to go inside. Good defense by Valley City, trying to force the takeaway. And I believe the jump ball called, so Highliners come up big on defense and able to force the kind of pseudo giveaway with the jump ball. Now we're here to Maddie Anderson, trying to float it to Potrats, and this one's going to be intercepted here by the Vikings. Now Trenbeth going in. She's going to get 2 shots, and it's just Freeze trying to lead Potrats. The problem is she let it right into the defender. And there's no reason for Valley City to play fast. Like, you just want to daisy chain this ball up the floor and just take time off the clock. You don't really want to play fast. The only way Kindred can come back is if they play fast. Now, Trenbeth can't rattle that one home, so the deficit still stays at 18. But you just got to play smart here if you're Valley City and slow things down. Foul shot is up, and Trenbeth will rattle that one home. Deficit down to 17. Potrats with it now to Freeze. Freeze trying to shield off a double team and now gets trapped. Valley City might have to use the timeout, and Trenbeth gets another steal. Now Nipstad, her pass stolen away by Kaylee Nielsen. She does a good job getting back. Oh, and she's going to get bailed out. Valley City is just throwing it around the gym right now. Kindred, they're starting to dial up the intensity of the press, but ultimately they've got to play smart. They can't just pass to where they think somebody's going to be. They have to know where they're at. And Sky Nielsen does a high pass for Kaylee Nielsen. Kaylee goes up and get it. Coca quickly in transition, doesn't get it. And Valley City, I mean, they're playing right into Kindred's hands right now. They're playing at a breakneck speed. Now the ball on the deck. Nipstad going for it. She falls, can't get it. Valley City not able to get the ball before the jump is forced. And you got the fast break there if you're Valley City, but you got to slow things down. Again, you want to play pretty much in layers where you have somebody coming up to get the ball, someone sets a screen and gets an outlet in the second level. And then the third level is just someone to pass to who's going to, not turn it over. Nipstad, good look at a three, but leaves it short. Coca might have deflected it, but I think Kindred might have deflected it before it went out of bounds. And that'll bring Katie Burchell back into the game for Kaylee Nielsen. And if ever there was a closer on the Valley City team, it would be Katie Burchell. And that pass gets tipped out of bounds. Why Valley City is electing to try to play as fast as they can and throw these deep passes, I have no idea. But it's just one of those, again, you just got to play smart. Now Freeze with the ball. Gets trapped on the baseline. Jimmy Howard doesn't take a timeout. In fact, Kindred commits a foul. And that might be the third on Maddie Peterson. They're just kind of dribbling right into the hands of the Kindred defense. Pass here to Potrats. Potrats trying to get inside. Got tripped up a little bit. Hit on the way up, and 2 shots upcoming here for Valley City. For Valley City, what you want to see is like every minute gone, you want to see less than 2 points of improvement for Kindred. That's what you want to see. Like they can have a possession, but we're going to run down clock. Foul shot up and good for Potrats. You just want to run them out of time. And I know it sounds boring, but sometimes boring is how you win championships, and it's how you win games. Foul shot is up and in. So a 2-for-2 trip for Dakota Potrats. Valley City probably shooting a little bit above their averages at the stripe so far. Nipstad feeds a pass here. Valley City throws up another double team and gets the steal to get poked out here to Potrats. Now inside for Coca. Coca can't finish. Ball on the deck. And they call a foul on Valley City. Second time Coca's had a good look at the rim and just hasn't finished. He's hit a couple of nice outside jumpers, but has left a couple of foul shots a little bit long. 63-44, tip pass. Nielsen commits a foul, and those are the type of fouls that you'd like Nielsen to avoid. She's done a good job so far keeping out of foul trouble in the second half. That's her first foul of the second half. She's got 3 overall. But it's kind of like you're going to get there late and you kind of use the body to slam into the player you're trying to get the steal on. Now Nipstad coming in, cruises through and puts it in for 2 points. Nielsen with the ball will give it over to Freeze. There's going to be a 17-point lead for Valley City. High pass for Coca and Valley City. They're just speeding themselves up, and it's going to be Trinbeth going inside. Nielsen playing off to try to avoid giving up an and one. And Kindred, just like that, it's a 5-0 run, and just like that, they're within 15. Coca has it squirt through her hands, and Valley City gives up on the ball. I mean, Jimmy Howard's got to take a timeout at some point because his team right now is just looking like they're just waiting for the game to be over. They're just looking up at the clock and surprised when it's only moved 20 or so seconds. I mean, as of right now, it's just kind of like everyone's making the big pass down the floor, but they're not making it with any kind of consistency on the timing. This will get floated up here to Nielsen. She's going to catch and shoot for a three. Ball gets tipped out here to Potratz. Your Valley City, you don't want to be taking those quick shots. Hensley Glant fires it into Burchill. Burchill sizes up, doesn't get it. Ball on the deck. Koka gets it and draws a foul. So the whistle that was present in the first 3 quarters has definitely tightened up here a little bit. That's now 4 fouls on Kindred. Valley City with 10 fouls, or with 3 fouls of their own. 5:28 to go. Kinsley Glant looking to inbound. Will fire it up to Potratz. Potratz is getting double teamed. She's looking for someone to pass to. Will find Koka. Koka dealing with the double team. Floats it over to Glant. Glant gets bumped by Liza Trinbeth. And, well, that's a pretty silly foul to give away if you're Trinbeth. I'll put Valley City at the stripe with 5:18 to go. That'll be 4 fouls on Liza Trinbeth, and if you're Valley City, that's kind of got to be, I would say, a pretty big bullseye you got to put on number 1 in blue. But, again, you just got to play smart. Foul shot from Glant is up and rattles off. So Glant trying to find a way to just tack on here. Next foul shot up for Glant is up and rattles that one home. So Glant able to sneak that one through. Valley City throwing up a press. Kindred gets it to Nipstad. Nipstad backing it out. Taking some time here. Pass gets tipped here by Glant. It'll be tipped out of bounds. Good job jumping in the passing lane. Couldn't quite secure the turnover there. Valley City, you just want Kindred to have to run clock, but good job by Nipstad to cut. She'll pass out, though. Might have had a good opportunity to score. Now Odegaard going in against Nielsen to Liza Trinbeth. And Trinbeth is going to get the benefit of a late whistle, and she'll go to the stripe for 2 shots. Kindred's just going to cycle and attack, and that's what you got to realize for Valley City is that they're going to try to cut inside and attack. Like, Kindred not only has to score, they have to score quick. Trinbeth, foul shot up and in. I'd say she's probably been the most aggressive player today for Kindred. 15-point lead for Valley City with just over 5 minutes to go. Next foul shot is up and in, so a 2-for-2 trip for Liza Trinbeth. Lead down to 14. Valley City passes it over here to Nielsen. Nielsen able to shake one double team. And a traveling, I mean, it's just, it makes you want to pull your hair out if you're a Valley City fan because you're just seeing the team that dominated in the third quarter just make all the silly mistakes that's going to allow Kindred to have a chance to come back in this game. Not only are they not scoring, they're turning it over, and they're turning it over quickly. Nipstad shakes free, will pass out. Valley City, it's just up to their defense to force some misses. Ball on the deck, stolen away by Nielsen. And Nielsen travels again. I mean, she's getting the ball, and that one right there, it's she got the ball and then wanted to dribble, then drags the back foot. It's like they're not confident enough to finish games. It's like they're worried so much about losing that they're not, focusing enough perhaps on winning. Like, you're just seeing them tighten up. You're seeing, I can't make this pass. Or it's like, I got to throw it as hard as I can to somebody. Well, that's not how you played for that's not how you played for the third quarter. You played with precision, and you did what you were supposed to do. Now it's just some mistakes have crept up here. Nipstad on the outside, going in through a double team. Valley City does a good job to force a pass, but Trinbeth gets a good look, can't connect. Nielsen, long pass down for Potratz. Potratz able to finish for 2 points, and that's a bucket Valley City desperately needed. Not a lot of field goals in this fourth quarter. Rocket ball here as Kindred bringing it up. Liza Trinbeth quickly in transition. And that's an easy 2 for her. She has just dominated this second half. Valley City now trying to find a way to get through here. Potrat's able to slice through. Now will take a free throw line jump shot, and it's just in that situation, it's like just pull it back, wait, and it's just you got everyone that wants. It's just hard to explain. Really, from what we saw in the third quarter to what we're seeing in the fourth, it's like Valley City is, again, like I said, almost so focused on not losing this game that they're neglecting the closing it out and winning portion of it. So Nipstad knocks that one down. Next one up and in. That's a quick 2 for 2 for her at the stripe. 66-54, Valley City. Going to pass this one out here to Kinsley Glenn, and Jimmy Howard's going to call a timeout. He doesn't like what he's seeing. I can't really say I blame him. So Valley City up by 12, and this is going to be the longest 3 minutes, 41 seconds perhaps of the season as Valley City tries to close this out. They're in a bit of an offensive funk right now. Back after the break on KOVC.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Valley City up 66-54 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. 27 seconds on the shot clock, but the Valley City does get a renewed 10 seconds to try to do something with it. They throw a long pass here to Katie Burchill. Burchill might try to take this herself. Shields off one, gets bumped on the way up. No call. Ball tipped out of bounds here by Kindred. Valley City is refusing to play slow right now. They're just trying to go full pedal to the metal, and it might cost them if they keep turning it over and having empty possessions. Over here to Nielsen. Nielsen walks with it again. Third travel of this quarter for Sky Nielsen, and she spikes the ball. And, she's got to be careful there. That could be a way to get a technical, and that's 2 shots and the ball for Kindred. You understand she's frustrated, but it's just you got to maintain your composure at a point. Kindred bringing the ball up here. Nipstad going in, has it poked away. Ball on the deck. Jump ball called. Arrow belongs here to the Vikings. This is going to be just a grind to the end. Kindred's got the bodies here to just keep relentlessly attacking inside, and Valley City is just obliged the Vikings in their comeback effort by playing as fast as they possibly can. Trenbeth turns down a 3. Now she's trying to crash her way inside. Open kick out. That's going to be long. Rebound pulled down by Glant. Glant takes a good dribble and will back it out. Kindred not throwing a lot of – what? The referee whistled for a stop, and the shot clock didn't start. That's what happened. The shot clock was at 35 seconds when Valley City crossed half court. Referee takes off 3 seconds from it. Pass inside to Nielsen. Nielsen trying to go up and finishes, and – Nielsen finally able to get one to go. She's in double figures. 2:50 to go. Long pass here to Liza Trembeth. Valley City trying to take away her options. Kindred going to take a good look at a corner 3. No good. Burchill with the rebound. Valley City, now you just want them to play slow and smart. Koka's going to hold up possession, gives it to Burchill. Burchill kicks it to Nielsen. Nielsen thought about a 3 but pulls it down. I'll see now passing it around real quick, running some clock. Oh, bad pass by Potrats, and Trenbeth trying to keep it alive. Ball on the deck. Glant has it. Koka throws it away. Oh, my gosh. Valley City just threw it away about 5 times. Now Kindred gets it down the floor, and they get an and one out of it. They're just refusing to play slow. At some point, if you're Valley City, just take a breath. It's almost like someone's got to almost grab them by the shoulders and shake them and be like, you're the defending state champions. You are capable of winning games like this. Like, this score is not a surprise, but the way Valley City is played right now is just with so much nervous energy. It's like they can't believe they're up by this many points on Kindred. Highliners able to get a steal off a miss. Now here comes Kindred down the floor. Now Glant with the ball will float it over to Coca. Coca gets double teamed. Jimmy Howard might have taken timeout. No, able to give it to Glant. Now back to Potrads. Potrads holding on to the ball. Valley City finally trying to run some clock. Sky Nielsen going inside, loses it, and that's just frustrating to watch right now. Liza Trenbeth goes in, kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound pulled down here by Burchell. Minute 35 to go. Highliners up 12. It's exactly where you want to be, but it's just about closing this out. Potrads is dribbling around, but she doesn't know really where to go with it. Finds Glant, now to Coca on the wing. Now back to Glant. Glant going to take up a free throw line jumper and rattles that one home. Kinsley Glant, good day off the bench for her. Valley City up 14. Minute 10 to go. Trenbeth gets tripped up, no call. Valley City rolls this one out. Looking up ahead here to Glant. Glant now back to Coca. Coca can't finish. Glant, though, there to pick up the miss, and she'll put it back. And now it looks like the Vikings are going to make a substitution here to get some bodies off the floor. Valley City, well, they did it in the second quarter. Now it looks like they're doing it in this fourth quarter. Of a really good closeout here in the last minute, but this has been a bit up and down, you could say, in this quarter. So Valley City finally put together enough of a run to kind of put this one finally away. Just the one thing I've been surprised about here is, I would say, really the inactivity of Sierra Nipstad. Liza Trenbeth's a great player, but, like, Sierra Nipstad just has looked, I don't know if I can say disengaged, but it might be too harsh of a term, but the player that was going down the floor and getting buckets and hitting threes and, you know, being the all-state caliber player that she is in that first half, it's really like Valley City has just decided that either she's not going to beat them or Kindred's just been trying to roll with Liza Trenbeth. And as I said before, Trenbeth, great player, but maybe not as efficient as in Sierra Nipstad. I think that has kind of played into Valley City's hands a little bit. So Kindred set to inbound here. Both teams at 5 fouls, so two-shot bonus has been awarded for both sides. Valley City throwing up a press. Kindred bringing this ball down the floor. Highliners throwing up another double team, and a double dribble comes up. You would expect now Kindred to pull off the dogs here and allow Valley City to pretty much dribble this clock out. 13-second differential between the shot and game clock. 48 seconds on the clock. Now Valley City just again trying to close this out. Kinsley Glant with it. Now to Coca. Coca back to Glant. Glant now fires it over to Potrads. Potrads again just holding on to it. Finds a cutting Coca inside. Now to Nielsen. Nielsen back to Potrads. Now to Glant. Glant turns down a three to Coca, who will take a three. That one's off the mark. Nielsen pulls down the rebound, and Valley City can just run out the clock if they want, but Sky Nielsen's going to take a two for good measure and knocks it down. 74-56, Valley City looking like they're going to get out of here with a big-time win. Nielsen with the interception, and now we'll dribble things out here as Valley City, after losing a disappointing game to Lemoore Litchfield Marion, shows a champion's resolve and bounces back and bludgeons Kindred today, 74-56. Kindred never got it within single digits in the third quarter despite multiple runs. Might not have been the cleanest closeout for Valley City, but certainly was good enough. And I believe Valley City, that means they've now outscored Kindred in each quarter in this one, so that's an accomplishment in and of itself. But good-looking game from Valley City to bounce back after a disappointing loss. And we'll be back here in a little bit to go over the final scores and statistics here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit proeyecarecenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
Save more on what you buy for the holidays at Lever's Foods. All this week, save on Pillsbury Grounds biscuits, cinnamon rolls, or crescent rolls, 2 for $5. Campbell's cream of mushroom or chicken soup, 4 for $5. General Mills cereals, $1.99 with coupon and flyer. Red, yellow, or Idaho russet potatoes, 5-pound bag, 2 for just $4. And Lever's prime rib roast, only $14.99 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. Valley City wins today 74-56, and really in a game where it's in the third quarter that Valley City played about as well as they could. I know I went to the halftime show saying Kindred's too good of a team to put, a double-digit beat down on them in a quarter, but that's exactly what Valley City did. And, I have my issues with the way they played that fourth quarter. I feel like they played a little too fast at times. I feel like they kind of sped themselves up unnecessarily, but you kind of look at how they closed out the last few minutes of the second and fourth quarter. In the second quarter, it allowed them to get that 7-point lead, which again paves the way for your big performance going into that next one where you go in with an 18-point lead. And this last one, just, again, the issues with the way they play, kind of speeding themselves up, maybe rushing some shots up there, but overall, they put together enough of a run to really kind of sweep the legs out from under Kindred, prevented from becoming a foul shooting contest. I mean, really, you did what you had to do. Katie Burchell with, I believe, another near, if not 20-point performance. Dakota Potratz in double figures. Sky Nielsen, big second half to finish in double figures as well. But I was really impressed by the play of Kinsley Glant. Now, Kinsley Glant is a very talented sophomore for this team. And there's a reason I call her the point guard of the future is that she has what I would say is the rhythm of a point guard. In that there's some players that bring the ball up quickly and it looks like they're rushing themselves. Kinsley Glant can bring the ball up quickly, but can also kind of do it while being able to survey the floor. And again, it's kind of her development this year is, I think, going to be key for Valley City because she, to me, has a very high ceiling for what she could be for this team, not only next year but this year as well. And Kinley Suffolk, also good day off the bench, 6 points. She was kind of the de facto backup point guard for this team, but her skill set really isn't that of a point guard. But so with Kinsley Glant being on this team, I feel like it allows you to kind of play everyone kind of at their best fit. And I feel like you got to like what you saw from Kinsley Glant. She did a good job attacking. I think she finished with 9 points in this one. So she did everything 10 points. I'm trying to, if I kept track of everything right. No, it might just be the 9 points. So 9 points for Kinsley Glant today, and again, she played in rhythm. Maddie Freeze with 5 points, Katie Koka with 4, Dakota Potratz 14, Katie Burchell 19, Kinley Suffolk 6, Sky Nielsen with 14 by my count. Again, those are unofficial. For Kindred, it was like a tale of two halves in terms of who they were going to scoring. Liza Trenbeth just seemed really to take over the lead for Kindred. And, again, she's a fantastic player, but she's a volume shooter. She needs a lot of shots to get her points. And really just the inactivity from Sierra Nipstad in that second half is truly what kind of stunned me is that, again, I don't want to say disengaged because I feel like that's too harsh a characterization. She wasn't going out there and quitting. It's just for whatever reason – you look at all the shots Kindred took in the second half, and Nipstad really wasn't taking a whole lot of them. So you don't know if that's the game plan for Valley City. They found a way to take away Nipstad from getting any touches at all, or whether that was her just running out of gas. But ultimately for Valley City, the defensive game plan worked very well. Kate Odegaard had 11 points, and Collins McQuillan had 4 points. So really for Valley City is that you might have allowed Liza Trenbeth to get to 17, 18 points, whatever it may be, and Nipstad also had those 18 points, but nobody else had anything. So if they're going to average – so if those two are going to combine for 40-ish points a night and you can just hold everybody else to 8, you're going to have a chance to win a lot of games against Kindred, and that's exactly what Valley City did. Again, perfect performance, not really. They got to clean up some things, but when you go out and you have a disappointing loss against Lemoore, and it wasn't like a loss where – you scored a whole bunch, Lemoore just shot the lights out. It's one of those games where you just look up and be like, this team is capable of scoring more than 47 points in a game, and we know that. So, you shake off that performance and you come back out here and you put together a really solid bounce-back performance if you're Valley City today. So I think that's kind of what stands out the most we call it a champion's resolve, where Valley City they get knocked down in a game where they didn't really probably expect to be challenged that much against Lemoore, but instead of sulking and letting it fester into something else, they come out and put together just a great performance today against the Kindred Vikings, who we know Kindred's going to be up there at the end of the year. Doesn't look like we got any more scores rolling in right now. Might be a big game going on in Carrington as Benson County number 1 Bede takes on 2A Carrington. South Prairie Max takes on Beulah. Turtle Mountain 5A is playing Harvey Wells County. That's about it for kind of the big matchups today, but none of those have been reported. So Valley City, again, an impressive win over Kindred, 74-56. Even as kind of frustrating as things might have gotten that fourth quarter, they never allowed it to get within single digits. So got to like what you saw today from Valley City. They got a game coming up against Wapaton, and then it's time for a much-needed Christmas break for this Highliner team. So thank you all for tuning in today. We will be back here on the 22nd with a doubleheader. Valley City girls take on Wapaton, the boys take on Central Cass. But for right now, this is Jerry Edwards signing off. If you're listening over on KOVC, we got some Tim McGraw on the way for those listening on KOVC Live. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next Monday.